I'm often asked why I use so many cat and fart jokes. Besides having a silly sense of humor, there are two reasons, the second of which is a secret, but I'm going to tell you anyway. First, it's easier to learn critical thinking skills when you're not emotionally triggered. When we learn to ride a bike, we start with training wheels. Silly examples are like critical thinking training wheels. You don't start with identity-defining core beliefs. But there is another reason, and it's a secret, so I'm going to have to talk in code. There are times it would be kind of nice as a science communicator to talk about important science. But there's a certain social media network, let's call them FacePalm, whose, let's say, algorithm puts innocent pages in detention. Shortly after I joined FacePalm in 2020, I posted a quote from a certain propagandist from the country that gave us Volkswagens about how people would start to believe a giant fib if it was repeated enough. In hindsight, it was a rookie mistake. FacePalm put me in detention for months for loathe speech, and all of my attempts at getting the decision overturned were shot down. After that, it got ridiculous. The first example here was because I shared an appeal to ignorance fallacy graphic, created by me, with ghosts, energy medicine, and ancient aliens building the pyramids as examples. The second was a photo about the diversity of potato varieties in the Andes. And the third was a graph of mass extinctions over time from the prestigious journal Nature. And then the next Halloween, I used a satirical image of black licorice flavored Halloweeners to demonstrate how to fact check. Step 1, be skeptical. Step 2, laterally search, and voila, Snopes says it's false. But FacePalm allowed that image to circulate for at least 3 weeks and then put me in detention for using it to teach fact-checking. I'm not bitter. Last year, I shared an explanation of how pseudoscience cherry-picks evidence, using an example of a certain doctor who supposedly found a link between, let's say, a Eugene and astigmatism, but was later found that he forged his data to make money. That apparently violated FacePalm standards, as it was speech that could harm. And this Halloween, I shared Skeptoid Podcast's episode on ghost stories, which included one for me. I was 5 the first time I experienced sleep paralysis, and the ghost I saw was the witch from Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Apparently, that image made it hard to create a safe community because it possibly depicted violence. I couldn't make this stuff up if I wanted to. And the irony, of course, is the kinds of things that FacePalm lets circulate. The thing is, I'm not alone. Every science page I know deals with these issues. Not only are there trolls, FacePalm's algorithms can prevent us from communicating at all. It's very difficult to show people how to spot misinformation without referencing said misinformation. And so I self-censure. Please be kind to your favorite science pages. Thank them for what they do. And if you have any sway at FacePalm, tell them they have a problem. But please don't say it came from me.